It's not just that Spirit Airlines shut down and left people stranded. It's that 17,000 people are now out of a job. And currently, the United States has virtually zero job growth. Since Trump has taken office, we haven't been making jobs. In fact, we've been firing people from government jobs.
Hey! Hold up! If you rock with the truth, say her name. Hold up. If you rock with the truth, say her name. When she step in the spot, everybody say. When she step in the spot, everybody say. Latte. What? Latte. What? Latte. What? Hands up if you ready for the real. What? Latte. What? Latte. Hands up if you ready for the real.
Let's get into this Spirit Airlines situation. Over 17,000 people have lost their job on top of the people that have paid for tickets, went on vacation, and may have to try to find their way home if they have already left. Let's get into this content.
Through like Doge and like the green energy and infrastructure projects that they've been cutting, people have been losing those jobs. Electricians have been losing their jobs. Even my cat is outraged at this prospect. So it's the idea that now that 17,000 people are out of work, where are they supposed to go? And again, people are not understanding. Yes, Spirit Airlines was struggling. Yes, they got the bailout in 2022, all that stuff. But they were doing okay. What really pushed them over the edge was the war in Iran. Once the Strait of Hormuz was closed, those jet fuel prices went through the roof, and Spirit Airlines' model of keeping prices low could not compete with the price of jet fuel.
You may know, due to the war in Iran, right? The price of fuel done went up 70%, right? Now, we all know that Spirit is basically low budget. For the people that have low income, you can get from here to there and don't have to pay much of a fare, right? So for the fuel to go up for 70%, they said almost $500 million Spirit would have had to pay, right? On top of the fact, Donald Trump think that he's a pimp, right? He think that he's slick. He gonna ask these people for 90% of their company, which would have left them 10%. What you mean? Let's get back into this content, though. I'll be back.
It closed those profit margins way too much. But the problem is, this could happen to any company. Any external factor could affect their bottom line, where the profit margins are going to get so tight, there's just no point in staying open anymore. So Walmart could shut down, and Walmart's a major employer. If you look at Disney in Florida, Disney World could shut down, and they're a major employer in Florida. What happens if those companies shut down, just like Spirit? It's going to make a massive void. People aren't going to have work. There's nothing we can do because the administration's not making jobs. It's not about bailouts anymore, y'all. You see, my cat agrees. It's not about the bailouts, is it, huh? No. It's about, you have to have politicians that are stimulating economic growth, and we don't have that right now.
This whole situation is wicked, to say the least. I'm going to be honest with you, baby, because people was not even informed previously. They found out in the factors of it happening. At 3 a.m. in the morning, they decided to release and send emails to, I guess, people that work for Spirit and people that had bought tickets from Spirit or had planned to do anything with Spirit. They let them know that Spirit would be ending. And from that point on, it didn't even make sense for y'all to try to call customer service, because wasn't no customer and no service. Neither one. And damn sure don't go to the airport. What you going to the airport for? They had bags over the port where you normally would get your boarding tickets or get support. There was no one there. It was empty, friend. And I feel bad for the people that actually worked for them and knew nothing. They actually probably was thinking like, oh yeah, it's not that serious. You know, whatever they need to get approved for, they gonna get approved for it, and things is going to continue like normal. No, that's not what happened. They got the message at 3, and by 5, Spirit was no longer a thing, baby. I mean, like, gone. Ghost. No more. Right? And a lot of people feel a certain type of way about this situation because Spirit is one of the only airlines that have not had any bad accidents, or any bad records since they've been open. On top of the fact, you know, the other airlines was hating on them because the price of them tickets was cheap. So when they go and look at the other people airline tickets and they on $300 and $400, baby, oh no, you know right now they happy because people had no choice but to come to them after they closed down Spirit, friend. Let's get back into this content.
The only warning that you got was when?
Today. We tried to see the tickets and we saw the message on the big screen that it said that we cannot, that they were canceling our flights.
So not only are passengers stranded at their destination, but if they had credit with Spirit Airlines or points, that shit is fucking gone. And all of these fucking Republicans are blaming Biden because he canceled a merger between Spirit Airlines and JetBlue. Dude, the price of fuel jumped 70% in the last 2 months. Spirit Airlines had to pay a surprise $360 million fuel cost. Show me a company that can front almost $500 million. And this right here, this is the canary in the coal mine. This shit is on Trump, and you fucking know it, because he's supposed to be the president that was gonna save the economy, right? But his family, the Trump organization, Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, Donald Trump, they're making fucking money hand over fist. Get the fuck out of here.
Let's talk about the people that been working for Spirit for years and was about to go into retirement and now basically going to be starting over, friend, because they're going to have to look for a new job all over again when they had a career behind them. None of that means nothing. How about the people that been flying with Spirit for years and basically was getting credits and points towards whatever it was that, you know, that's no more. Them credits stand for nothing now. Like, you ain't got shit. Back to the drawing board with it. Like, that's sad. Some people work there for the amount of time that company been open. So for it to now be closing, what they gonna do? And these people got people to feed and bills to pay, baby. Like, okay, y'all closed at 3 a.m., right? Some people at Spirit that work for Spirit, there was one pilot that was on vacation for 3 weeks. Imagine being on vacation for 3 weeks, spending that type of money, and then coming back and finding out you ain't got no job. What? It's bad enough it ain't that many jobs out here to be getting anyway. So for 17,000 people to be losing their job, just like that, this is crazy. Like, the economy, the things around you and me is going down fast, baby. But let's get back into it.
This was my second home. All these people is my family. And to throw us in the garbage like pieces of paper, that's what I'm upset.
I'm outside Spirit corporate headquarters here in Florida. I spoke to a number of employees who held a rally here in front of the building. They were suddenly told that they would be out of a job last week. Here's what some of those employees had to tell me.
After 8 years with Spirit, they were my family. And it is heartbroken for me and for all of us. 17,000 jobs were on the line. And today, we are here together as one team.
We're going to be strong because we have so many professionals with a lot of talent, and we're going to be okay. We're going to find a job. It's not that. This was our second home, and that's why everybody's upset. Because we were here for our heart, not just for the work.
We're going to go to all these other airlines and all these other jobs and all these other places and spread our love. Spread our love and our culture and our family. Spirit Airlines flight attendants, pilots, gate agents, mechanics, dispatch, crew schedulers.
Where's Ken Griffiths, the bondholder that did this, that owns Starbucks, ConocoPhillips, pieces of Amazon, part of Spirit? He's the bondholder that did not want to approve everything. I hope he loves destroying 17,000 lives, and not just that, 100,000 with all the families.
If you're not a conspiracy theorist, leave the room. Spirit Airlines shutting down abruptly was not a mistake. It's a strategic plan. They are making the world less affordable. Sooner or later, the only people that will really be able to enjoy life are middle class and upper class people. The poor won't be able to do nothing but work. Just think about it. Spirit Airlines was one of the most affordable and cheapest airlines to take for people on a budget. Watch how they raise the prices of airplane tickets. Watch how travel fees exceed what the lower class can afford to pay. They don't want you in the sky taking trips, enjoying your time, okay? They want you on the ground working, not in the sky. It don't stop there. For the past 5-10 years, they have been taking everything that's affordable and making it high and unobtainable. Before long, they're gonna take away Dollar General, Family Dollar, anywhere you can shop that's for the lower class, they're gonna take it away. They're gonna make it harder for the lower class people to live. I'm telling y'all. You want my advice? Get you some money, save you some money. Don't spend your money for the next 5 years, okay? We need to see where the world is going, because Spirit Airlines shutting down, it was not a coincidence. It was not a mistake. It's a strategic plan, and they doing it in sections, okay? Pay attention.
Listen, if you made it this far in the video, drop a purple heart for your girl Tay, and let me know how you feel about this Spirit situation, baby, for real, because what? And a lot of us regular people is suffering from the same thing. Gas prices has went up. If you normally would pay $30 to fill up your tank, now you paying $50. If you normally pay $50 to fill up your tank, then that mean that you paying $100 at this point in time, friend. Like, the price of fuel is through the roof. I don't know if y'all remember a couple of months ago when that's how it was on the produce, the eggs and the cheese and a couple of other things. I remember paying almost $14, $15 for a dozen of eggs. Okay? And now people going out of business because they can't afford the fuel. It done went 70% up on me and you, not just them, us too. You got to pay attention. If it's happening to the bigger people, what the hell you think they care about us, the little people? We the small fish. We just got to deal with it. Anyway, make sure you do the famous 4 before you go out the door. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Okay? Definitely help keep your girl Tay alive and hype me up. Hype me up. You know it. You know it's never bye, but definitely see you later. I'll be calling y'all back with another situation later, baby. Okay? Later.
Now wake the fuck up. Wake up. Spirit Airlines closing isn't just a coincidence. God works in mysterious ways. Everything is a spiritual warfare. There is symbols and everything. Think about it. Spirit is shut down forever. Spirit Airlines. The name Spirit. Spiritual realm. And you could call me crazy. You can call me crazy. But you can literally call me crazy. But there is a little to no chance that a company like Spirit Airlines was open from 1992 and has had one crash with the name Spirit, because the name Spirit holds weight. So if Spirit was closed, it quite literally can mean that something is about to happen. It's a signal. God works in mysterious ways. He gave us a big yellow plane and shut down a big yellow plane. A yellow plane that's in the sky like the sun. The sun represents the spiritual realm. And the Spirit Airlines just closed. Either something really good is gonna happen or something really bad is about to happen. Do what you want with that information.
I was going to do this Spirit story when it first dropped, but I figured I'd wait for a couple of days to see more things that may come out. But this is a real big disappointment. I'm going to be honest. And for the people that have vacation scheduled for maybe like June and July, maybe even August, for them to try to figure out now what they're going to do for something that they already paid for then. And then they telling people that you got to pay for a whole nother ticket and then give Spirit the confirmation, and then you will be refunded. But how about the people that was flying on a credit from money that they already spent previously? There's no return on that, baby. How about people that planned trips, spent on tickets, and felt like the ticket now is out the way, and the only thing that they had to work on is the spending money for their vacation, baby. So now you lost out on whatever you done paid for your ticket, right? So now do you buy another ticket, or do you just take the loss? Like, you're not really left with no room to figure out too many options on what you're going to do. And then when you go to the other airlines to check for another ticket, the prices is crazy. I'm talking about $400 and $500 and $600, almost $1,000, and that's per rider. That's for one person. So imagine if you was a family that planned on going on vacation, baby. This damn sure disrupted anything that you had going on. Say what now?
If you have a flight scheduled with Spirit Airlines, don't show up at the airport. There will be no one here to assist you. What Spirit Airlines is now going to do is go through an orderly liquidation process. We'll see how that develops over the course of the next several days. But for customers of Spirit, I want to give information on how you can navigate this situation that you now find yourself in. And President Trump, Administrator Bedford, and I have been working with the other airlines across the industry in anticipation that this morning may happen. And so if you're a customer, many of the airlines that are not Spirit are stepping up to provide you assistance. So United, Delta, JetBlue, and Southwest are capping their ticket prices for Spirit customers. It's going to vary between the airlines. You have to go to their websites to take advantage of these special offers. It is normally going to be about $200 for a one-way ticket. You'll minimally have to provide to the airlines that you're now going to book with your Spirit confirmation number and your proof of payment. I would recommend that if you have a ticket with Spirit, that you actually try to book with these airlines as soon as possible. These offers are not going to be open forever, and the airlines are going to have varying degrees of time frames at which you can take advantage of the opportunity. Again, go to the airline's website.
I wonder if the other airlines is going to open their doors to some of the workers that lost their jobs at Spirit Airline. You know, some of the pilots and the people that take the baggage and other things. I wonder if they're going to be able to find placement within other airlines. Do y'all think? Drop down in the comments and let me know if y'all think that the other airlines may be able to take some of these people in that lost their job, friend.
It's the story of a pilot's retirement after 47 years. The plans broke down, and yet it was all somehow sweeter because of what happened next. Captain John Jackson's final commercial flight was scheduled for Saturday from Fort Lauderdale home to Baltimore, and his son Chris, who'd followed him into aviation, was supposed to be on that flight with him. Then Dad's company, Spirit, shut down overnight, canceling everything. They did have a flight home, at least, via Chris's airline, Southwest. But what happened next is proof that while the world of business may not care if you have your day, your son still does. And if you're really lucky, the people in your field do too. Chris's colleagues arranged for his dad to be welcomed with a traditional double water cannon salute. How did it feel when you touched down and the water cannons were going over the top of the plane?
It's pretty emotional. I was, quite overwhelmed because it wasn't expected at all.
There was also a whole group waiting for John at the gate, along with a bottle of champagne.
I love my dad. He's the one that literally taught me how to fly. And I'm just thankful to see, all the hard work he's done throughout his career be rewarded and be able to be turned around on him for once.
John told us he's proud of his career in aviation, but even prouder of his career as a dad. And now he's a granddad, too. Chris's son is a little over a year old. And yes, they are planning to teach him to fly.
Didn't get a notice. They were sending them out, but not fast enough. Not versus the shutdown. I mean, everybody really found out because of the media.
All the hours we put in, the overtime, the mando, and then just to be kicked to the curb with no answers, no explanations, just check your email and don't come into work the next day. It's mind-boggling.
Hey, hold up. If you rock with the truth, say her name. If you rock with the truth, say her name. When she step in the spot, everybody say. When she step in the spot, everybody say. Latte, what? Latte, what? Latte, what? Hands up if you ready for the real. Latte, what? Latte, hands up if you ready for the real.
She pop out clean, yeah, the vibe go up. Big energy walk, don't gotta do much. Truth in her voice, she say what it be. No sugarcoat talk, just honesty. Color in her style, confidence loud. Unicorn vibes, but she stand out proud. She don't chase rumors, she clear that fog. If it ain't the truth, she won't co-sign, y'all.
Latte. If you rock with the truth, say her name. Latte. Truth telling energy on display. Latte. If you rock with the truth, say her name. Latte. Welcome to the world where the facts stay. Latte.
Hold up,
yeah.
hold up.
Truth teller, unicorn energy. Hey.